COBB VANTH. So we have another Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Deluxe release. This time it's COBB VANTH, and it's coming in the same pretty much setup as that unmasked Boba Fett that I reviewed a couple days ago. So you can see him displayed there with everything that he comes with. Here's the side image, which is pretty cool. And on the back side, we have the image once again with a read-up that reads, "The Marshal of Mos Pelgo, a small town on Tatooine, COBB VANTH has earned the trust of the townsfolk as a capable peacekeeper and leader." So here he is with everything that he comes with. Just want to give you guys a visual of what is now classified as a deluxe release. Just like I said in the Boba Fett review, I think this is ridiculous. I think this should easily be a regular release. At this point, this is just kind of capitalizing on the popularity of the Mandalorian and the popularity of those Disney Plus shows, and COBB VANTH, of course, this being his first figure, and everyone really likes the character. It really is just that. I think it just boils down to that, unfortunately, because this does retail for $32. Comes with regular accessories. He really just has a gun, a handgun, his jetpack, and then his helmet that just goes over his head, so it's not even an entirely different, whole new head sculpt or anything like that. It's just a helmet that we've gotten before sliding over his head. We don't get any alternate face expressions. We don't get any alternate hands either. So I'll try not to linger too much on this subject, but I do feel like the price just doesn't justify what you're getting. This should be a regular release at $24.99. With all that being said, though, he does have a jetpack that's actually very nicely detailed, more detailed and painted than the one that Boba Fett has. So I appreciate the dry brushing on here. Reminds me of the earlier days of the Black Series. We do get the removable tip, just like that Boba Fett, but again, there's nothing to really attach it. There should have been an effect. There's also peg holes on the thrusters here, which obviously they're there for an effect, but there's no effects included. So that's unfortunate. It's a missed opportunity, especially for a deluxe release. That's a perfect window, the perfect release to release something like that. Then we get his revolver pistol, which is not painted at all. It's just a black molded piece of plastic. So I'm a little disappointed in that. That should be at least dry brush or I don't know, painted somewhat. Now we do get some paint on this gun, which is appreciated for sure. I love that they wrapped it. They wrapped the barrel and they wrapped the grip. And it's a white paint. It's like a cream white paint. It makes a difference. If this was all black, it would really suck. But at least it's got some color in there, and it makes sense. It looks pretty cool. I wish it just had some dry brush, something, would have been a little nicer. And then we have his helmet, and there's nothing disappointing here. I love the weathering here, the silver. Obviously this was when the helmet was all banged up, so they really captured that here very well. Overall, no issues here with the helmet. The inside's okay. You don't need a detail there. You're not really gonna look inside. Then we get the rangefinder going down. So that's cool, and that's all his accessories. So now taking a closer look at the head sculpt, and I think this is also very well done. I think it looks like him, although it is quite glossy and shiny. I feel like they should have made that a little bit more matte, I guess. It looks like he's sweating or he's wet. So I do have a lot of bright lights on him, of course, but I do this all the time, and normally most figures don't have shiny faces like this, so even with the lights. So I think he's just a little tad bit too glossy on the face, but overall, the face sculpt and the likeness is pretty much spot on for a 6-inch scale figure. I think it's good. We've got the red scarf here. That's a or bandana. That's a separate piece, so you could remove that if you want. And we do get some texturing on his undersuit, the red, but there's no shading or anything like that to really bring out that texturing. And then here is his belt, which I don't know if it was this color. Was it this reddish color? Thought it would be more brown, but I don't know. Down to his knees, we got the weathering on there. It's pretty cool. Got some paint here on the sides. Not really sure what that's supposed to be, but they painted it. And down to the boots. And that's it. So there's your close look at Mr. COBB VANTH. Again, weathering is pretty much spot on for the torso, though. I do like that paint app there. Alright, so his head will move up all the way. I think it's on a ball jointed. Oof, I don't want to break it. I forget that Black Series don't really have heads that remove. For some reason, they don't really support head swapping. But the head, I'm going to assume it's on a barbell peg because I can tilt like this. And normally when I can tilt this deep, it's because it's on a barbell peg and not a hinge. So you can look up, he looks down, left and right, and tilt. Of course, this thing's going to get all over, but you just got to kind of work around it. So I guess technically, well, I guess you can slide it over his head. I don't know, maybe you can't remove that unless you break his head off. Arms are going to go all the way up. They do get hindered a little bit there for, his little shoulder pad, so it does angle out. Goes down, goes in and out. We still don't get any bicep swivels or double jointed elbows on Black Series. I don't think we ever will at this point. So don't bank on it or count on it. We do get a elbow swivel at the hinge, of course, and then there is a forearm swivel. There's a side hinge at the wrist and a swivel at the wrist. Diaphragm joint at the torso, so it goes around and forward and back, tilts left and right. There is no waist swivel, although you would think there is because there is a cut there, but it does not swivel. So that's interesting. It only swivels at the torso. Legs will kick forward and they go back down, in and out. We get thigh swivels. We do get single jointed knees. Didn't expect double jointed. There is a swivel, and then no boot cut. We get ankle hinge, and then there's the rocker. So that's about it. And there's a quick look at him with his revolver in his hand. So that's cool. This is where a double jointed elbow would play a big part because obviously you can pose it up a little bit higher than what it is now. You can move his arm, but then that looks very weird and you don't want to do that. So you can holster it here on the side though. You can have him like kind of like he's taking it out or he's putting it back in. So that's pretty cool. And then as for the helmet, let's see if it slides right over. It should. Yep. So it slides right over with the scarf attached or the bandana attached there. Looks a little big. I don't know, is it just me or does it look a little too big? Maybe it's the bandana making it seem like it's too high up. But still a cool look. I like it. He no longer looks like this. Of course, this is based off of the Mandalorian and it was only for that one episode. So really this figure is only for the super fans or the completionists of the show. I did love the Mandalorian, and of course I do this for reviewing, so this is for you to make your purchase decision on whether or not you want to grab this figure or not. But it does look pretty cool with the helmet on. Look at that. And just look at him next to Boba Fett, and also I gave him his rifle in his hand so you can see him hold that. It's a little odd to hold it. It's kind of stretching his trigger finger a little bit, so this is where, again, bicep swivels and double jointed elbows would help with this. But since he doesn't have any, it's a little difficult to get him to get like a normal, just holding the gun stance. You best believe you're not going to be able to aim down the sights either. But anyways, next to the unmasked Deluxe Boba Fett here, there's your look at the two. Alright, so that was your quick look at the new Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale COBB VANTH, the Marshal figure. I like this one more than the Boba Fett Deluxe. I think it's a better option compared to that one. I don't know what it is about Boba, but I really not digging it too much. Probably because there is a newer, updated version of that Boba Fett now, and it's going to be better than that one anyways. Alright, so that wraps things up on this quick review of the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale COBB VANTH, the Marshal figure from the Mandalorian. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to get another Marshal or COBB VANTH figure from the book of Boba Fett in his regular garb or outfit. They're really focusing on Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett stuff. I think you might as well just change the name to Star Wars The Mandalorian series, because everything that's coming out lately has been from The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett. But I understand. It's understandable. It's the most popular shows and probably the most popular piece of Star Wars that Disney has produced. It is definitely understandable. There's definitely demand for those characters from those shows. I am very excited to see a Black Series Cad Bane come to life, so we all know that's going to come eventually, so I cannot wait. I will be looking forward to that figure with high expectations. So overall, I do enjoy this release a little bit better than the Boba Fett Deluxe release right over here. For whatever reason, I just think this one's just a better offering, but still, both of them, I feel like they should have been regular releases at the end of the day. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like if you did. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.